Okay, it's day 2 of Pintastic, and I'm here with John Borg of Stern Pinball, one of the special guests here at Pintastic. So, John, how have you found Pintastic so far?
I'm having a blast so far. This is my second time at this show. I was here 3 years ago. I had a really good time and met a lot of nice people, and I decided to come back. And I haven't been able to because of COVID, unfortunately.
Now, how long have you been with Stern?
I started to work for Stern in 1990.
So you've seen an awful lot of pinball come through over the last 30 years. What have been the big changes that you've noticed in terms of what people want in a machine over 30 years?
More software. Everybody wants just a game that's just loaded up with rules. Some of it, you actually have to take the glass off. I mean, some people have to take the glass off to show their friends this really cool mode in the game because it's so deep. But people like very deep software games with a lot of toys.
Now, of course, back in the 90s, everything was an arcade-based model. You know, you're trying to get people to put in quarters to play for an amount of time and drain. These days, things are more of a home-based model, or that you see the barcade and so forth. If you're designing games or if you're doing art or something, how does that change the way you do it?
I've always been taught mainly by programmers like people like Lyman and Lonnie. Make it hard. You know, put those posts all the way up in the outlanes, you know, and let that game make money. But it is more of a home-based market now, and you can move them if you want. But at the same time, I like a good challenge. I mean, I play like my Iron Man at home, and it kicks my butt. You know, 7 or 8 games in a row. But then you have that one game where you're just in the zone.
And you talk about that game.
And,
you know.
That's a lot of fun for me. You know, I like that. I like that challenge.
Now, with COVID, it must have been a very different challenge. Of course, you didn't have the shows like this, but you also had people at home. So did that affect, did you see more of the home-based sales when people were stuck at their house?
When the COVID outbreak happened, I was worried that we were going to go back to like 2008. And it was just, everything was just going to go, and it just did the exact opposite. You know, people are looking for home entertainment. They don't want to go out, and a lot of the operators rented their games out to people. So they'd rent their game to someone for say $300 or $200 a month, and they would collect money from that, and then the person would end up liking that game and say, hey, can I buy this game? And, yeah, you can have it for $3,500. And he probably could have bought that game for $3,500 in the first place, but it just got a lot more games in people's homes. And people are looking at the new product that's coming out right now. And I actually have a friend that was a vendor that sold us the EL wires on the Tron LE ramps. And he wanted to have that game because that's his product that he sells. It's mostly sold into the automotive industry. And so he takes his Tron LE home, and he has 35 games in his basement now. So, there you go.
My wife doesn't even like to tolerate one game in the house, let alone 35 in the basement.
I met Bobby Hall from the Chicago Blackhawks a couple weeks ago, and he told me a joke. He said, I had this custom-made pinball backlash for the Chicago Blackhawks game that this guy up in Canada produced. And it had Corey Crawford on the backlash, and I put the thing down in front of Bobby Hall, and he noticed that it was a pinball machine. And he goes, you know, the first thing he said to me, he goes, you know, my ex-wife, she wanted more excitement. It just like wasn't enough. She wanted flashing lights, and she wanted bells. So I bought her a pinball machine. That was the first thing he said to me. And he's in his upper 80s, and he was a blast to talk to.
Oh, I can imagine. I mean, Bobby Hall, that takes me back. So, is there anything coming up from Stern that we should keep an eye out for over the next year or so?
My next game. You'll probably be seeing it hopefully at the end of the month, pictures, and then it will be unveiled in early January.
And anything more you can tell us about it, or just?
No. All I can say that it's on Golden Pond right now. I can't breathe the actual name of the thing.
All right. Well, John, thank you so much for your time, and I hope you have a great Pintastic. We hope to see you again here in the future.
Absolutely. I'll be back.
All right. And if people want, I should have said this. Where should people go if they want to get Stern pinball machines or parts for Stern pinball machines?
You can contact Stern Pinball and find your nearest local distributor. you can even find games, and you'll find games on Amazon or eBay or anywhere. You know, if you're looking to get into something that's a little less expensive than a brand new game.
All right. Well, thank you again.
You're welcome. Thank you.